When entering the North Canberra home of Kate and Lauren Gardner, it's impossible not to notice the three guitars in their sitting room. Lauren, Kate's wife, jokingly tells me after nearly a decade of living with Kate, she's learnt to tune them out. Kate excitedly tells me music remains a great passion. The couple, who have been together for 15 years, are unlikely candidates for divorce. Kate, a transgender woman, will finalise her transition early next year by undergoing full gender reassignment surgery. However, in order to change her birth certificate to female, the couple will become one of a number of transgender couples forced to legally divorce. But tonight it's a weeknight. This means the couple is preparing dinner together. Kate explains how the forced divorce makes her feel.
Or like bitter, seething loathing. It makes me really quite angry at specific people who I can kind of blame this on.
Yeah. Who do you blame this on?
The Liberals.
Yeah.
They're on a crusade against gay people to support some kind of weird, religious views that they hold, and I don't think they even maybe understand how that feels for us.
Kate's wife Lauren says the forced divorce has left the couple upset and disappointed.
It pisses me off. It makes me upset that there's nothing wrong with our relationship. Our relationship is great. It's actually 100% better since Kate's transition. So it was a bit of a nightmare at the last check-in before Kate came out. So it's it's a bit of a rip-off. I never thought I would ever get married. As a child, I never wanted to get married. I thought, it's a piece of paper. I don't need that to prove my love to somebody. But I've got that damn piece of paper now, and I think it's pretty rude for somebody to take it away when there's nothing wrong with our relationship. We love each other. We're going to stay together. I don't see the problem.
The issue of divorce for transgendered people is not to be confused with marriage equality activism. In the case of transgender people, divorce is effected as a result of the Birth, Deaths and Marriages Act, as opposed to the Marriage Act. The Australian National University's legal expert Wayne Morgan has labelled the forced divorces a breach of human rights.
I don't think we can begin by saying anything apart from it's a massive breach of human rights that should not be permitted in any country or any jurisdiction. And the fact that in Australia that remains a requirement before a person can have a change noted on official legal documents is an appalling breach of their human rights and puts them in a position that no one should have to be put into.
Dr. Morgan added core processes involved in a divorce could make it difficult.
But yeah, it could have ramifications of huge expense, huge time, and complicated legal processes to actually dissolve that marriage.
Despite this, Dr. Morgan, who is Sub-Dean of Law at the Australian National University, said it was a law difficult to challenge. Firstly, international law cannot challenge Australian law in domestic courts. Secondly, Australia does not have a constitutional document protecting individual rights. However, he did explain it would be easy to amend the legislation.
Legally at the moment is simply that in the legislation that permits a person who has gone through gender reassignment to be registered as their new gender, it is a requirement that before that can happen, any marriage that they are in must be brought to an end. So divorce or annulment or whatever must take place. It would be a very easy legal move simply to remove that requirement in the legislation about gender reassignment.
Further to this, Canberra psychologist Jen Yates says negative mental health outcomes for trans people and the issue of forced divorce are sometimes interlinked.
Yeah,
Do you see any link there?
Yeah. But as I was saying earlier, I think it's very small. I think it's very significant, but
Back at Kate and Lauren's house, it's time to eat dinner. But before they do, Lauren tells me about the future of the couple's relationship.
And with this whole marriage thing, if I get upset about it, we're going to lose it. So Kate can be upset about it, that's cool. I'm not going to be upset about it because somebody needs to stay strong and to be the rock.
Yeah.
So and until Kate is completely herself, that's going to be me.
Despite a number of attempts to amend the law last year, it remains unchanged. Caleb Taylor, ABC News.